Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Tony Shen. I'm back with another beat tutorial for beginners. This is a series where I make beats only using stock FL Studio sounds and other free sounds that you can find anywhere, targeted towards beginners. If you don't want to spend thousands of dollars on VSTs or other plugins, I got you. Right, we're gonna make a fire beat using all the free sounds provided to us. Today we're gonna make a Polo G Type beat. It's gonna be like a piano melody with some hard-hitting drums and some upbeat Polo G Type vibe. But before I get to that, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys showing all the love and support and growing the community. I love making these videos for you guys to share my knowledge with the next generation of producers. So now let's make our Polo G Type beat, right? So let's actually start with the piano. Here's a melody hack, right? This is like a melody hack that really works, and it also trains your ears. So it's not like a generic melody template that I'm teaching you. It's just a technique that helps you translate your ideas directly into FL Studio. So what you need to do is first just think of a melody. That's like the basic idea, is just to think of the melody and then sing it out loud. And then when you sing it, you're able to hear with your own ears, and then you're able to match the melody on FL Studio with the melody that you're singing by ear. So what I mean is, I'll show you exactly what I mean. So dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I'm not a good singer, but dun. Oh, first we're gonna adjust the tempo to like around 164, 160, 165, 166. Dun, 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 boom. Dun, dun. So we're actually just gonna work on this half first. And then once you have this bass melody down, next step is to just add notes to kind of make this a better melody, right? Because this is gonna sound really boring when you actually play it. So a good way to start is to work with octaves. So this is a E flat or D sharp, whatever you want to call it, and then boom, 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 boom. So do, da, 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 da. And then let's just repeat this and then add some variation to this so that it doesn't repeat for the same 4 bars. Do, do, do. Boom, boom, I can't even hit that note. Alright. If you notice Polo G Type beats, they all sound like someone's actually playing the piano. It sounds pretty human. So what we can do is, first of all, no human's gonna play the piano perfectly on time, right? There's always gonna be a little bit of offset, no matter how talented of a piano player you are. So this just sounds too robotic because every note is on time, like perfectly on the grid. So you can do is Alt S, and then what that does, as you can see, it strums the notes so that it kind of slightly offsets the timing of it. You see that it kind of offsets everything. And then also, you're never going to be able to hit every single note perfectly on time either. So what you can do is Alt R and then randomize the velocities just a little bit so that each note hits with a different type of energy, right? Each note sounds a little bit like different in terms of loudness. Now that we have our melody, let's find a piano sound that's that sounds better than FL keys, which is most plugins. Let's go to Morphine. Let's look for like keyboards. I think Morphine has probably like the best keyboard sounds out of all the stock FL Studio plugins. So if you want to make something piano related, open up Morphine. Cryogenic keys. So I like the piano rose preset. So we're gonna use this preset. So I kind of like that melody actually. So now let's add one more counter melody. When you're working with artists like Polo G, who is very lyrical, very expressive, and also knows how to use his voice very well, you want to give him more room and you don't want to go too crazy with the melodies, right? So this gives him a lot of room to sing and express himself over. So there's no need to like add 5 counter melodies just to overcomplicate things and make it harder for him to sing over. So you want like 1 or 2 counter melodies at most and not go too crazy with it, right? So, and you want the counter melodies to be really, really simple, if not just like a straight up pad or just something to give texture. So we're actually gonna first make a pad. And what you do with pad is, because it's very luscious and very open and very wide, most of the time you don't need to add too many notes, otherwise it's gonna sound really muddy. So I'm just gonna add like 2 notes. So this is going to be very simple melody, but we're gonna add a pad. We're gonna use a pad. So let's go to Morphine again. I think they have pads, right? Oh yeah, pads and atmosphere. Let's find a really easy and fun pad, I guess. Not that. Higher end and want to pitch it down maybe an octave. Yeah. And then let's add a bell. Where can we find a nice bell sound? Let's go to Poison. The bell to be higher in pitch, like higher frequency, because this is kind of like upper mids, so now we want something a little bit higher. Dun, dun, dun. close to the mixer and then level it just a little bit. And then also add a little bit of EQ so none of the frequencies are clashing. So this is the keys, right? Like I said, this is like mid to like upper mid. I want to cut this out a little bit here at the lower mids, just because the pad is going to occupy around this area. And then lower up here because you're going to have the bell kind of occupy this area. That's where the 808 is going to reside, around here. And then cut out everything here because you don't want it to interfere with the piano. Actually delete this note because it's kind of hard to hear it and it muddles the other sound, so we're gonna get rid of that one note. But now that we have our melodies, let's actually work on the drums. So again, I promised you guys we're using free sounds and that includes the drums. So if you want to get this drum kit and then use it yourself, just click the link in the description below. You'll have a download link to Tony Shen Slap Pack Volume 1. So yeah, these are the same drums that I use for a lot of my beats, so you know you're working with good sounds. Let's find a clap. Ooh. Forgot to unmute those. And the hi-hat. The relay hat's one of my favorite hats. So normally I would just click and then make the entire hi-hat pattern here, but let's actually do more cool stuff with the hi-hats. So what you can do is go to the piano roll with the hi-hats here, and then I'm gonna teach you guys how to make a hi-hat roll, right? So all you have to do is drag it for like how long you want the roll to last, and then highlight it, and then just Control U, and that articulates it to the grip. And you can also play with the pitch of the hi-hat, so make it lower. Ooh. Just go crazy. So you can also beatbox it a little bit just to find the rhythm. I'm not that good with rhythm and beatboxing, by the way. I feel like rhythm's like something I definitely need to work on as well. Open hat. I like to put the open hat right before the snare, so it leads into like, or the clap right before the clap. So I like having the hi-hat, the open hi-hat right before the clap to lead up to it. Let's put in a perk, a little rim here. Copy that. some transition snares. So snares that kind of lead a transition. So like right here, like da 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 da, right? Extend all the notes all the way, just Control L, that legatos all the notes so it makes them stack right next to each other. I don't really know how to describe it. And then also you want to create an envelope so that when you release the 808, it doesn't leak into the next note and makes the entire bass sound muddy. And I already know that it's tuned to a C, but you also want to make sure that it's tuned in the right key. I already know it's tuned to C, so I don't have to do anything, but if you want to check just to make sure, Control E to open up Edison, click this little flag thing, detect pitch regions, and it's tuned to C. Just make sure that this note is the same as this note, which is C. So now let's actually pitch the 808. So what I like to do is just follow the bass note. So and then also pitch it up higher, an octave higher, so that you can hear the notes. That's the whole beat. Now let's just mix the drums. I think the snares are a little bit loud. So now all I have to do is arrange it. So right now everything's in one pattern. It's obviously going to be really hard to arrange when everything's in one pattern, right? So what you can do is right click, split by channel. So you get each individual melody / drum pattern separated so that you can arrange it however you'd like. Now we have everything arranged. Let's start with the piano. Polo G, we pop out at your party. We pop out at your party. I went again. That's the whole beat, guys. Always don't forget to save. I can't tell you how many times I was working on a beat for like a long time only to have it crash and I forget to save, dude. That's the worst feeling. But yeah, that's the tutorial, guys. If you found this tutorial to be useful, if you learn anything or two, learn how to make melodies, learn how to work with pianos, learn how to arrange better, learn how to pattern and sequence your drums better. If it helped you in any way, please hit the subscribe button so that you can get hooked up with more information. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. This has been great. If you haven't gotten my drum kit yet, make sure to hit the link in the description below to grab your drum kit. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace